Yo, what's up? This is Dyzee, the Supernaturals crew, and Breakin has just officially been proposed to be an official Olympic sport in 2024. Booyah!
I'm Dyzee of the Supernaturals crew. Come join me as we take the b-boy culture to the promised land.
Hey, what's up everyone? I know it's a little bit late, but I just want to give a little bit of pros and cons about Breakin being officially proposed to the Olympics in 2024. Right now I'm here in Paris. I've been doing a 10-day tour through Europe to spread the plan. Now this news is actually one of the greatest news that I've ever heard. Everyone's asking me this entire trip, what do I think about it? And I always say the same thing. I've always been supporting this since day one. In 2012, 2013, I went with Supernaturals crew to France for the Jeux de Francophonie Games, which is the Olympics for French-speaking sports. And that was the first time that I've ever witnessed how much funding is actually for sports. And the Canadian government paid for everything for us. They gave us money for practicing, studio space to train. They paid for our tickets, our massagers, our physiotherapists, everything. And they paid us money on top, win or lose. I was like, yo, this is the best that I've ever been treated. And it was that time that I actually realized that breaking should go to the Olympics, how much benefit it would bring. So with that said, SpeedyLegs recently posted something about how much money would be going into breaking if it goes to the Olympics. He quoted about 150 million. Now a lot of people are saying, hey, where did that figure come from? It comes from actually like government funding. It comes from the endorsements. It comes from investors. It comes from all sorts all around the world. Now look, I'm gonna be looking onto my little laptop over here. If you just do a little bit of Googling about investing money, funding into sports and stuff like that, you're gonna see a couple of numbers that you're gonna be like, wow. Now look over here. I'm looking at UK sports, government, right? How much they fund, right? So look, archery, total 630,000 pounds, and that's small. But into athletics, they put 26,919,000 pounds, okay? Just looking down at all the different ones, okay? Boxing, they put 14,268,000 pounds, okay? Diving, 8,851,000 pounds. Now, look, all of them, like the lowest sport are things like the new ones, like karate. They put 630,000 pounds into new sports right here, karate. And so that means that if breaking goes into the if breaking goes into the Olympics in 2024, they'll put about 630,000 pounds as well, just for UK. Okay, so look at the total amount of money they spend at the bottom just for regular Olympics is 266,488,000 pounds just for UK. Okay, just for UK. All right. Now, if you look at the Canadian Olympics, okay, they just put they're putting only 132 million funding, you know, for Canadian Olympics. And if you look at the United States now, United States, they do it totally different. The government doesn't actually sponsor, right? But the USOC, the United States Olympic Committee, they work with a lot of businesses funding, and they still get money from the Olympics. They only get per 4 years. If you look over here, 410 million per quadrennium. That's 4 years. That's how much they get from just Olympics. But they make, like, if you look up over here in the corner, for media coverage, they get like 7.75 billion contracts. So they give the Olympic athletes, they give them like 25,000 if you win a gold. Like that's the kind of cash prizes you'll get. And in Singapore, if you win a gold medal, you get $1 million. Okay. Now, if you look at the next, this is Australia. Sports Australia gets 230 million to distribute. You know what I mean? Like over here. So with that said, if you remember, just a couple of months ago before the Youth Olympics, I came out a little bit hard on Storm and Renegade, and the reason why was because after the Japan qualifiers for the World Dance Sport Federation, people hit me up. A lot of people hit me up and said they didn't know what was going on with the judging system. They were quite confused and stuff like that. And right away, that hit me really quickly, because prior to that, I was fine. I was like, okay, you know what? They're gonna take care of that. I'm working on my own lane through the plan, and I've been meeting with investors non-stop. And when I showed the investors the plan, they always say two things. They say the first thing, they say, hey, this business model, if you prove that it makes money here in Taiwan, we will definitely consider investing into this business. Now, the last page of my presentation is a snapshot of CNN saying breaking being added to the Youth Olympics. This is back then. And they always say, if breaking goes to the main Olympics, we will for surely invest. And so that's why I was like, perfect. Everything is moving, it's going good. I looked at Olympics going into the future. When that whole thing happened in Japan and people were hitting me up, that's when I was like, okay, I'm willing to be the bad guy and just call them out because I want this to work, okay? If breaking goes into the Olympics, it's gonna work for everybody. And all the people in the plan as well, because you know we're creating a business model and an infrastructure for businessmen, investors, sponsors, government to get into what we do. So with that said, after everything was done with the Youth Olympics, I was kind of like, oh man, it looked really good. In presentation wise, I'm gonna admit, I thought it was good. Bumblebee did great, Sugar Kicks, it was presented well. I mean, there's like some things that were kind of like, you know, not that great, but overall, it's good presentation to the general public. But after everything was done, I started doing my research to look, is it going to be added again to the Youth Olympics next year? And when I looked, I didn't see that it was added again. It wasn't on the list of all the sports. And I was like, no, why? I wanted to still be there. So I figured, okay, I got 4 years to make this plan work, to show that we can create a sustainable b-boy battling industry, creating multiple fans, just like we did in Dyzee with Dream Runners, now filling up a venue of 3,500 paying customers to watch just only 2 crews battle. Made it work. But then when I heard that breaking was even considered for the 2024 Paris Olympics, man, that was the greatest news ever. I got on a call with a few of my investors, told them the great news. They were excited. They were like, okay, let's see what's gonna happen. So yeah, breaking is gonna be better on the long run in terms of like the funding and everything coming in from investors, from the government, from sponsors, endorsements, and all that kind of stuff. Now it's time for you guys, okay? If breaking goes to the 2024 Olympics, because right now, breaking has officially been submitted by the organizers, which is Paris. Now the IOC has to consider it. They're gonna review it. They're gonna try to work it out. And then by December 2020, they should have a final answer if yes, breaking will officially be one of the sports. If you're from the Olympics or the World Dance Sport Federation, I know you guys are using the solo battle because you're coming into this culture looking at what's the biggest event. You see Red Bull BC1 as the biggest event. It's a 101, so you figure, hey, 101 is gonna work fine. It's gonna be perfect. But the reality is that if you truly want to make this better than anything out there, no, you gotta make it a team battle, okay? Like straight up country versus country. Look up things like all battles all, okay? Look at the hype behind those kind of battles where it's full 10 people versus 10. Or check out R16 Jinjo, Korea versus Massive Monkeys USA, which is today the biggest, most watched b-boy battle of all time at 63 million views. There's nothing better and more exciting than a full country-on-country team battle. 10 of the best from every country battling. That's what's gonna get billions and billions of views. That's what's gonna make Olympics cool again. So I'm just giving you my honest opinion. You probably don't even know who I am, and you probably may not even be watching this, but I'm just gonna give you the honest, key truth. And for everyone else who thinks, why am I giving this obvious secret away for free? It's because I'm already building my own lane, okay? If this works and becomes successful in the Olympics and brings funding, Olympic is only every 4 years, and in between, you know, we can still continue to build something. For example, NBA, what's bigger? Olympic basketball or the NBA? Olympic football or the NFL? You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, this is great for everybody. Yeah, for all the b-boys and b-girls out there, former, past, present, whether you're active or not active, if you still want to be part of this and you still want to be part of the b-boy culture, you know, my honest advice is get your business straight, okay? No more hustling. Business is about trust, it's about responsibility, it's about relationships. Build some kind of business that is valuable, that people are willing to pay for. You know, willing to voluntarily exchange with you money for whatever product or service it is. If you want to do it my way, the way that I'm doing, the way that we're doing it outside in Taiwan, contact me. You know, this is different now. It's a different world where you're working with investors. Investors need to trust you. You need to have a good name. You need to be able to provide them with the information to say, hey, if you invest this much money into my team or my crew to become professional battlers and build up our fans, then we will be able to generate this kind of money in this amount of years, where you'll be able to make your money back, plus even more. This is your benefit. No more sponsorship styles where like, please sponsors, we are poor b-boys, give us some money, we need some more. Nah, we gotta be like, yo, we're gonna help you and you help us, we work together, win-win. And I'm not gonna be like a bad businessman. You can trust me. I'm not gonna steal, take, I'm gonna give the exact same value back, okay? So yeah guys, sorry that I wasn't able to do so much vlogs for the last few days, because I've been traveling all over Europe, talking with teams all over, and man, it's been crazy. A lot of people are very interested to get down. I'm trying to bring dream runners to Europe next year to challenge all the countries one by one, call them out, and then hopefully that will generate and start the plan in Europe. Anyways guys, thanks for everyone for watching, and yeah, support Breaking in the Olympics is supporting b-boying, making a living, and having a self-sustaining industry. The step to that. Alright guys, peace.